back. We're just chit-chatting here. They asked about our new digs here, and we've been here since April, and they show films here. They've done productions here. You can do a production here, Joe. You never know, right? We're going to be talking about Eyes Wide Open. Deb, thank you so much for being on here. I think you were scheduled to be on way back when, and it didn't work out or something. But Eyes Wide Open is an organization, Northeastern New York, that talks about human trafficking. Is that a big issue?
It's bigger than most of us ever even imagined. Worldwide, it's a $32 billion enterprise.
Yeah, because they don't get paid. They just get used.
They get used, yes. So it's big business, and it's really something that's not totally new. It's something that's gone on for ages. I think we're finally addressing it and saying what it is, and it's exploitation of women and children, and for their benefit, for power, for money.
And they usually, from my understanding, is that they try to drug them up to make them more compliant.
Exactly. And the women and the girls, if you can only imagine, if you are being out there and you're not asked to, but you're being controlled and forced to have sex with 10, 20 men a night, how do you get through that? So those women then depend on that drug to keep going. People will ask, well, why don't they leave? How can you?
Where are they going to go?
Where are they going to go? So that's why we have been there for women that have aged out, kind of after the time they're 18. There aren't programs for them. They end up getting aged out, they're worn out. They're the homeless that are out on the streets and still doing the drugs. Well,
at least someone cares, and that's you, right?
Thank you.
And what you're trying to do is raise some money. Now, Joe's been on the show before. He's a playwright, and he's written three plays, especially for this event. Are they new plays or one of your?
No, they're all ones that we've done before and kind of very specifically chosen for this event. Hopefully we'll have broad appeal, but really, more than anything, it's a way to try and get people into the building to donate in whatever way they can, have a little entertainment, but really become aware of the issue at large and what's being done about it locally, because it's amazing to know that it happens here.
I know you think, okay, Las Vegas, maybe, California, New York City, maybe New Jersey. You don't think that it's here, but it is.
It is here. The last 4 years now, I've been involved with task force meetings both in Albany County and Schenectady
And the police
County.
are cooperative.
The police are cooperative. FBI is involved. There is...
Imagine even the DEA gets involved because of the drug situation.
Because of the drugs. So it overlaps. All of these big issues overlap for sure. That you can't just say, oh, they're just prostitutes, or oh, they're just drug addicts. Need to look under the surface of what's actually going on and why are they and where did this start. Most of it starts, for most women, I would say probably it's 96%, have been abused, sexually abused as children. So that kind of sets the course for where their life goes.
And then you hear also that the people that are predators go to bus stations, they see the young girls getting off the bus, and they don't know, but they're going to approach them and be their mentor, and then make them, quote, fall in love with them. I mean, and then, bam.
Exactly. That's exactly, for the young ones especially, they're vulnerable. So they are, if they've run away, number one,
they think they're going to be a star, they're going to be a musician, they have these lofty ideas, which there's nothing wrong with lofty ideas, but they don't have a plan.
They don't have a plan or a safe one. And so if that predator is there, he'll promise to be and do anything she needs.
Yeah.
So if she's looking to be famous, well,
and I'm a producer, and I'm going to get you into the movies, or I'm going to get you into television, or.
And usually it's then for that is they're very vulnerable in falling in love, and so then to turn
on. It's an older guy, and he likes that.
Yeah,
oh wow,
that's pretty cool, right?
And I'm sure he doesn't come on like I'm a predator right in the beginning.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Usually they're very
sociopath,
nice, clean-cut guys. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. So,
can't label them, huh?
No.
I I've read so many stories about women that have been in this situation and that they've tried to escape. They've had friends, you know, another girl in there that they've tried to, but if they do get away, sometimes they get caught and it's worse for them. And so they really don't have a way of making that contact.
No, they do quite a system. There's women involved in trafficking also. So who do you trust?
You can't trust a woman.
You can't trust a woman. And if the guy has a few under his domain, he's usually got someone in charge to take care of them, to make them stay in line. So it's quite a business well thought out how to make this work and continue.
And then they sell these women, is that correct?
Yes,
they can sell them to another
pimp, another trafficker, move them out if the heat's getting too hot in one area or city, move those girls along. And so they'll be moving across borders. And we're in a particular place because of New York City, just 3 hours south of us, going up the Northway, hitting 90, going out west. So we're kind of a hotbed, stopping point, exchange area with the Tri-City.
Yeah, and how are the police helping out? I mean, how do you identify what's going on? I mean, the girl has to come out and say, look, I've been held prisoner. I don't know where that happens because they're afraid to do it. How does this happen?
This is why even getting numbers of how many it's happening to is very difficult, because they're fearful and the repercussions for it. And honestly, they don't know that they're being trafficked. They just know that this guy used to like them and love them, and now he's making her do these acts.
If you love me, you'll do this?
You'll do this, yes.
Don't you love that?
I know, it's an age-old, right?
Yeah,
age-old saying.
Yeah.
So to identify is almost not any different than identifying somebody else that's in trouble. You see, they won't make eye contact.
Okay, so
they may not know what city they're in. You know, so it's kind of
yeah,
like
they keep them
around.
Yeah.
They've been moved around. They don't know where they're from. If they're in the hospital for some reason, usually the guy is going to be right there watching what she says.
Makes it they don't say anything.
Right. So there's definitely some tools that we use to kind of identify, but it's not easy.
How did you get involved in this, Joe?
There was an article in the paper when Pat Carley and Deb really were starting this organization. And I knew Pat, and as soon as I read the article, I said to my wife, I said, look, we've got to get involved with these folks. We see if they want to do a fundraiser. We'll do a fundraiser for them.
And you've done these before, I know that. Yeah,
and actually, that was like a Friday morning, Friday evening at the Art Center. Who do I run into but Pat? And I said, look, this obviously was meant to be, so let's talk about this. And from that conversation, it's probably taken at least 1.5 years or 2 years to kind of get to this point and get it going. But this October, it's going to be going.
We want to tell everybody, it's been up on the screen, that it's on October the 4th, Thursday at 6 p.m. It's going to be at Key Hall here at Proctors. The tickets are $85, but listen, you are supporting an organization that's doing a lot of good and trying to get these many of these girls back home again or to a safe place in their
and you're getting a three-course.
And you're getting 3 plays.
3-course meal from Mazzone's and 3 plays. How can you beat it?
You can't beat that at all. So anyway, and Joe I've seen some of his work. It's just amazing. So please get your tickets and support this organization that's trying to do so much. And maybe it's just off your radar. You don't even know this exists. That's why we're here to tell you about it.
But if there's other businesses in the area that want to be sponsors, we're still looking for more.
Sponsors.
So.
Nicely played.
Yes, nicely played.
Good.
We're thrilled to have Joe.
Good. Thanks so much for being here. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about Stinky Day Nursery and what they're doing to help kids and also to create a little money, a little fundraiser. So stay tuned.